Well, everybody, in case you missed the news, good things happened for the Ball State Cardinals last night. Good things happened. Your Ball State Cardinals. Oh, it's going to bring up the graphic again. Look at that. Your Ball State Cardinals won the national championship in 2047. We can end this challenge with our heads held high, but we won't. At least not yet. And I've talked about the reason as to why we're not going to stop quite yet, and that is because technically, we can still accomplish our goal of going to the top tier. And as long as that dream is alive, we might as well keep pushing for it, right? We might as well keep pushing for it. So I do not plan on stopping with Ball State just yet. We might sim a couple of seasons kind of quickly. I mean, we'll see what happens over the next couple of days. Last time I tuned in, you had a D rating. Okay. Shout out to Raging Boners for 5 months. What happened? Hopes, dreams, and memes all came to life. That's what happened. But yeah, given that we still have some hope and optimism that good things can happen, we are going to keep going. It's going to be an interesting next week or so for me. I just have a lot going on, both with this game. I'll have free time, then I'll have no time, and I'll miss a couple of nights of streaming next weekend. More on that when we get closer to it. There's just a lot going on. But again, if we can continue on with Ball State, why not? Why not? At least for a little bit longer. As we'll get one more look at the bracket. Arizona State, Charlotte, and Kentucky. The most unlikely run to a national title I think I've ever seen. Last time I was here, it seemed like you were stagnating a bit due to the star restrictions. I guess you eventually pushed through. We did. We did. By some frackin' miracle, we did. So... And again, at this point, the boys deserve the chance to see what they can do next. So we'll see what happens over the next couple of days, stuff like that. By menu simming, I mean, we started to push through and get back-to-back promotions before we even started menu simming. So it was before that. Now, the other thing to talk about, aside from like, hey, my schedule, how much, how little I'll be streaming, whatever, what game we'll be playing, will I switch back to Madden, and focusing solely on this video game and Ball State, the other thing that's worth mentioning is there was a patch that came out today. And yes, for people that'll watch us on YouTube in 2025, this was a while ago. But hey, I hope you're enjoying. Shout out to Davidistan, my favorite country, Davidistan. Home of all the Davids. All of them. But there was the title update for college football today. And wouldn't you know it, further Super Sim tuning to reduce completion percentages across the country, introduce new AI Super Sim timing logic. There was something wonky going on with the Super Sim. Does that directly mean that it explains why we'd always blow fourth quarter leads and stuff like that? Not quite. But clearly, there was something going on. Would we have been better sooner? Would we have been worse? I don't know. But it is clear that something was going on. And that's why I can't help but think we might have a realistic chance at being able to make Tier 1 before we get there. You know? Rowan, yes, we will. We will. We will indeed. So let's get down to it. I don't want to leave this incredible run. How very EA to put out a patch the day after we win a natty. Yeah. So... we'll see what happens. Like I said, mathematically, we go until, 2053, 54? And we're now in Tier 5. We do still have a chance to not only win a national title, which was the goal, but to hit that top tier status, which is what we're going to look to do. Even though we're probably going to lose that quarterback, our pro potential also went down, which is a bit of a bummer. I cannot listen to old Fabulous anymore. I need a drum roll, baby. I need a drum roll. Started relegation league of my own. I'm using your setup, playing with Army, and having a blast so far. It's so rewarding whenever something goes your way. So, James, I'm glad you're enjoying it. I'm glad, because whenever something goes your way, it makes those accomplishments that much more satisfying. I don't think I have ever had... Ooh, we got Program Builder. Interesting. Even though we don't have any coach coins to use. Interesting. Huh. I don't think I've ever had a more satisfying title win than what we had last night, winning the national title with this team. I mean, it's been a long time since a championship win felt that good. So Program Builder, bonus XP when a school grade or prestige increases. Damn, that's not bad. It does cost 20, though. And obviously, we do not currently have any funds whatsoever. Boost the job security, which is what it is. I don't think we'd like to use or upgrade anything else. I mean, boosting the pipeline helps. But we'll see. We'll see what happens there. What year was it? 2047. 2047. And indeed, if you missed that national title game, go back and watch it. It's one of the craziest games we've ever had, with a mix of AI versus AI and then me having to jump in. Crazy, crazy game. 2047. The year of the Cardinals. And because of that, normally whenever we win a title, I'm like, cool, we're done. Whatever. No, we're not done with this team just yet. In terms of the players leaving, Casey actually isn't looking to transfer out. Okay. We're not losing any quarterbacks. Wideout Donald Duckville Donahue has graduated. Okay. We'll have some losses on the O-line. Maybe Funky is gone as well. And then right tackle, back it up, Terry, is also gone. Defensive end, what does the Ryan Clark say, who had a great national title game? Defensive tackle, Major Sloman. Dude, this guy was on the O-line. We moved him to the D-line, and now he's going pro. That's nuts. Shout out to Major Sloman. We also say goodbye to Degenerate Gambler. Linebacker Ryan Clark approved. Thank you. Thank you, Ryan. Our God. Colin Sackerpick and Negative Sarcasm, both gone from the middle linebacker position. That hurts a bit. Safety Pharaoh Tutankhamun. One of the players that bailed us out in the national title game. He made a crucial tackle that'll never be forgotten. Shout out to Tut. And Junior Gooch. Man, Junior Gooch is already gone. He's been here for 5 years already. That sucks. Shout out to Junior Gooch. We'll miss you. So some decent losses to the team as always. But again, we brought in coordinators that spec'd back into Motivator for the off-season development and a little bit into Tactician as well. So we're going to get some big off-season improvements, which I am very much looking forward to. And of course, it was mentioned in chat a second ago, but the biggest thing, because we won the national title, we now have access to the next star level up a year earlier. We were supposed to be in Tier 4 before we were allowed to do that, but we get to make a jump. And in Tier 5, we will be allowed to get 4-star talents outright. So I am pumped about what the rest of this offseason could be. Major Sloman's a 5th-round pick. Ryan Clark ends up being a 7th. Not bad. Yeah, the prestige yo-yo's a little bit too much for my liking. I think it's a bit too reactionary. Does that mean we can target 3 5-stars as well? No. So the only boost for winning the national title, instead of like, had we lost that game, we would have been able to target 4 4-star players. Now it's just, okay, your reward is just being outright able to target the next level up from now on. No 5 stars this time. But if we win another national title before we make a top 2 tier, you know? And who's to say? It could happen. We have a lot of points to spend here, too. So 4-star prospects. Are there any still out there that are interested in our school? Any at all? Please. Please? I could have sworn I saw 1 or 2. Uh-oh. Well, it might have to be the portal. A lot of these guys have us locked out or weren't interested in the first place with deal breakers. Uh-huh. Please? Out to Hulk for the 37 months. Oh, thank you for that. I could have sworn there was at least 1 4-star. Was it a kicker?
And of course, he's been asked to leave the ball game for ruining a good piece of pizza.
Well, not a single 4-star on the outright prospect list is interested in us. That's a bit of a bummer. What about the portal? There's at least 1. He's the only one. Jawan Tam. Okay, we still got a little bit to prove before some of these guys are willing to show up. I have no... Oh, he just locked us out because of the timing. Okay, that wasn't a deal breaker. Proximity to home, playing style. Okay. So, Jawan Tam will be the only real target that we can get here. We're not going to be able to make the most of our newfound star levels that we can get until next season. So we'll just focus on who's here then. Tam is a junior right guard, so he's not exactly a long-term solution. However, in the short term, this guy's pretty sick, especially from a pass blocking perspective. So, Mr. Tam, we will absolutely go after you as best we can. What was his deal breaker? Playing style. What do we want to hope that we can sell this guy on? I mean, we could wait, or we could just take a shot in the dark with these 3 that are all A's. I think we take a shot in the dark. Try to make up time. We do get a lot of scouting time, that's for sure. So let's make up... Oh my god, there we go. I hate that some of these are out of order. We'll make up as much ground for that guy as possible. Anton Torre. I can't really sell you on much. 50 points would be better off for you. And we'll worry about visits in a minute. Deontay Jefferson. We can at least get him on championship contender. Those extra 10 points. Yeah, over 1,000 points now. The funny thing is, again, we're not even spec'd into recruiting. That just has to do with, like, school prestige and stuff like that. Which is pretty nice. There we go. There we go. An elite dev 5-star gem last season. The funny thing is about 5-star gems and stuff like that is when we were doing the Tug Lane run, we ended up with the 5-star gem who didn't even have elite dev. It was heartbreaking. Like, what do you mean this guy isn't like the best player I've ever seen? Didn't seem to translate, but still an exciting time, especially if they actually end up being good. Which one are we looking for? There we go. Extra 10 points for you. He was normal def, I think so. It was normal or impact. Like, it was just very disappointing either way, is what I recall. And a lot of you, or at least a couple of you now, are saying it was normal dev, so yeah. I should have trusted my gut. Alright, ready for visits. Sort by interest. We want this gem, Marcus Merriman. Get this visit in as soon as possible. Proximity to home. Johnny Cooks, also a gem. So you want contender status. That's the last gem. We're in first for everybody else as well. Galeno, what's up? What's up? What's up? How are you? For anybody who's not in the top 3 yet. Yeah, these guys at the bottom. We need you guys to be way more interested, way more quickly, if possible. Fast laps, what's up? Contender status for that guy. McConaughey, week 2. Matthew McConaughey. I mean, we're going to be able to schedule out literally all of these visits this week. This is great. We're not going to have to do anything after this week except wait around and see who actually comes here. Because there's really not much else to do. Cool beans, cool beans. Coach, there we go. All right, we're good. Cool. Sim week to week. See where it takes us. We get offensive guard, Orlando Pack. Tackle, Cliff Finna. Johnny Cooks at quarterback. Get locked out for anybody. Good stuff. Good start. Very, very good. 5-star gem season. Stop getting gems. All right, so we have what? Oils left set 6 dudes. Yeah. Tam, we're behind Michigan and Michigan State. Yeah, there's not much else we can do for that guy. We just gotta hope for the best. I don't think we're gonna land him. We had some bad luck in the portal last year, too. So, we'll see what happens. We do get Joey Boyle. Still in third for Tam. He's gonna go to Michigan. So no crazy luck for us, then. When it comes to recruiting, but that's okay. That is okay. Marcus Merriman is here. Deontay Jefferson. And Tam goes to Michigan, as expected. Okay. Well, it still ended up being a decent recruiting class for us from the looks of it, but we gotta wait to start up with these permanent 4-stars. We also get quarterback / athlete Ben Conheney. Conheney. The great Conheney. And Anton Torre, who I believe is also an athlete / quarterback. Good stuff. Good stuff. Good stuff. So overall, let's see, top classes: LSU, USC, Syracuse, Georgia, Ohio State. Where were we? Dude, Alabama only brought in 6 players. What the hell? That's insane. Oh, my reign of terror has ended. That's a shame. It's a shame. Those damn championship rounds, you know? Oh, wife 24 ready to deal with the nightmares again. Today was her first day back, and, yep. Number 43 in the country for Ball State. Not bad. So Johnny Cooks, star dev quarterback. Love to see it. Conheney. The great Conheney. Impact dev. Normal dev for Jefferson. Normal dev for Torre. Okay. We got a running back. Forbath. Impact dev. Impact dev for Alani Mama. Star dev for Greg Owens. And elite dev Marcus Merriman, the athlete. Dude, the amount of elite devs we found at a 3-star level is awesome. Impact dev for Nate Westerman. Star dev Cole Conrad. Normal for Cliff Finna. Normal dev, impact dev, and Juwan Tam was also impact dev. I mean, maybe Bama had too many people. Shout out to Jimmy G, by the way. The greatest quarterback of all time. Star dev for Scott Peacock as well. I mean, you can bring in as many people as you want. You'll just have to cut the roster down. I can't imagine they'd be in that bad of a spot, but impact dev for Bandy, impact, and normal. Okay. Elite Dev Ty Doomerville. Son of Elvis. Hello, Mr. Doomerville. That is multiple Elite Dev players we've gotten at 3 stars. A lot of impacts. God damn. Dude, who even needs 4s and 5 stars? Who even needs them? This team's ridiculous. Dude, this team's ridiculous. I think Mads is still broken, but damn, maybe we should go over there and do the UDFA challenge now because this team wins. This team's ridiculous already, and it's only going to get better. In terms of the position changes, for these athletes, can anybody play defense? Yes, yes, and yes. Okay. We can all play defense. Nobody can block particularly well. The latter 2 could play quarterback with good throw power. Right. Only Merriman could be a wideout, ideally. Even then, like, Catch rating. 94 speed at 6'5", 209. Okay. These 2 guys will likely go to the secondary as well. But just a look here. Plenty of running backs, plenty of wideouts. We really don't need the help there right now. But we will need the help on defense. So Merriman, we're going to move you to the secondary. Can I transfer conferences in the offseason? 4th year ECU when I want to take the Big Ten. Yes. Yes, you can. Every year, just like the old NCAA games, you'll be given the chance to reorganize the conferences. Every year. Let's see. West Coast. I'm here to take the abuse as tonight's big loser. I'm here to take the abuse. I'm here. I'm here for it. Oh, goodness. I mean, look, eventually you just feel sorry for somebody, and you know, you gotta give somebody else a chance at the top, you know? Eventually, you just gotta give somebody else a chance.
This fucking grass.
How'd the stream go? How did the stream go, though? Easy for me to say. Win streak of 9 in a row. I mean, some call me the GOAT, you know? John Jones could never. John Jones could never. All right, really quickly, just because you caught me at a info-heavy time. We won the national title last year. We're going for it again. I mean, players, that sounds like my cardio, so you know. Who says, yeah, UFC is unrealistic? Who says? Can any of these guys, Torrey, Jefferson, and Massey, could all kind of, sort of play defense? Kind of? Massey, Torrey, Jefferson. I mean, Blaze, that's the way, right? Who needs striking? It's all about the real graps. Alright, so looking at these, do you play Elden Ring? I have actually never played Elden Ring because I know it would be the type of game that would consume my life. So I have avoided it. Yet I still play games like this. So. Goodness, goodness. Throw powers. Asamori's got a fucking cannon of an arm. Any of them run routes, or I could. Like I said, sorry, Westy, you caught me at a rough time where I'm looking at a lot of different info here. So, not to be, we're up here to be ignoring the chat, but you know how it is. Oh, goodness. All right, Jefferson. No one's really good enough to be a wideout. At least not to compete with who we already have. So, at quarterback, Sanders just won us the national title.
Hello, Sid, by the way. What's going on?
Oh, we're doing this
Ignore
again.
this. Okay.
Confetti saved up.
I'm just trying to walk through this fucking.
Shout out to Oliver, by the way. Or the follow. I appreciate it. I thought Dasamori was going to be our guy. I really did, but we might have to move him to the secondary to give him a chance to succeed. Otherwise, I mean, he's not going to be the guy after all. Especially with Crack the Casey sticking around. That is crazy how that worked out. What's Maury's speed? 7? I don't know if he'll be good in the secondary or not, but we got to try it. We got to try it. Jefferson. That's a real shame. You see, because you guys renamed him Dassa. And then Deontay Jefferson. Let's put you in the secondary as well. That leaves us with 5 quarterbacks and 1 senior. That looks pretty good. Everyone has at least 90 throw power. Not bad. For the running backs, can anybody run routes, like, at all? The answer is yes for Kyrie Flat Earth. The top 2. Petered out, Kyrie Flat Earth. Could both be moved to wide out. The others aren't good enough at medium route running. 47 release for Kyrie. Hold on. Yeah, we might have to try it. Because I'm sure we'll have some wideouts that could be moved over to running back. So let's take a look. Let's see. Yeah, if you guys are not following old West Coast 22 yet, I implore you to do so. And, you know, also I'll give old Sid a shout out here. Our favorite raccoon. Oh, let's see. What are we going to do with these guys? Oh, what are we going to do with these guys? Who can catch a football here? Only Stephen A. Smith can kind of, sort of catch a football. He is apparently significantly worse as a tight end. But I don't have much of a choice. I cannot carry this many fullbacks. Just can't do it. The significantly better blocker is LeBron. So what if we try to move you to the O-line to develop you there? And that means Gage the Elephant can be our fullback. Right? Right. Wide outs. Any of you fuckers, do you not know how to run a route? Even though that's kind of your job. Aha! Alani Mama. Had a feeling we'd have to move somebody from wide out to running back. Alani, you're off to running back. Anybody else that can't really run routes? And the answer to that is no, they're all solid enough. Some of the speed ratings might not be ideal. But could be where a tight end switch comes in. Then we might have a crap load of tight ends. We are definitely going to have a lot of player cuts this year. Definitely going to have a lot of player cuts. Nate Westerman can't really run routes. Stephen A. Smith can't really run routes. Okay, we're gonna have to move players to fullback and just cut these guys because they are not good. Reddick might actually be Reddick and Angel or your Devil might actually be routes. I mean, really, these top 4. I mean, granted, most of them are way too slow, but Reddick, I think we could put back in wideout. So we gotta optimize this because we are spec'd heavily into off-season development. So we gotta get this right. Yeah, so nobody there is good at doing anything aside from running short routes. We're gonna have to get rid of some people. We're gonna have to get rid of some people. Old I shot the Scherf. Can't even run a short route well. So fullback. And then, honestly, Alani Mama, I have no idea where the hell you're going to play. You can't run a short route to save your damn life. You can't run routes at all, and you were supposed to be a wide receiver. So go figure. At least these guys, they don't have the route running to be a wide out, but they do have the short route running to at least be a running back, if not a tight end, which is what we're going to have to check. All of these guys have good enough route running to be a wide out, to at least be relied upon. Oh, goodness. You make sense to leave a tight end because you don't have the speed to be a running back. Same for you. Old Corey and Topanga. You would be better suited at running back. I said no worries, man. No worries. These two cannot. They just can't. I'm sorry, that's the only thing I can say. They just can't. So Westerman to fullback for the moment. Stephen A. Smith, you got to go back to fullback, man. You can't do anything. Those guys are fine. These are all the guys that just might not have the route running to be running backs or wideouts, but they do have enough to be running backs. If they're a little bit slow and can catch a football, though, they could be moved to tight end, which could be old Corey and Topanga. A little bit undersized to be a tight end, but otherwise, I don't know who the hell's playing there. You have good catching at least, 78. Short route running was pretty good. Best aside from the guy at the top who can't catch a football at all. All right, let's move old Corey and Topanga back over to tight end. That's the running back situation pre-offseason development, which isn't brutal. These are all players that I don't know what the hell to do with them. You got guys who can mostly catch a football, but cannot run routes to save their lives. So we could just say get rid of them, but some of these guys aren't that bad, is the problem. But also, like right now, we need to be pretty aggressive with who we're keeping and who we're not. I mean, this is a team that we know is national title level now. So, can any of you properly block the top two? Stephen A. and Gage the Elephant would need a bit more development, but I can at least slap them onto the O-line right now and see if they'll develop in the offseason. Yeah, these three are in big trouble. They're in big trouble. Big trouble. Again, at least these guys, again, they just don't have the speed that we're necessarily looking for. Like, that's an 83, that's an 80. Everybody here is at least at an 86. I could be honest and say move the 86 over to tight end because, damn, we got a lot of people in this position. As route running isn't amazing. Also, he'd be a super undersized tight end, but it could happen. Even if we drop the speed to 87, route running on these guys is nuts. Joseph, Mary, and Jesus needs a walker and dominatrix. Dominatrix, again, doesn't really have a route running. Shit, you could argue those guys for tight ends, too. Think offensively, we are at least decently set up. There's going to be a lot of wideouts that get cut this year because we're just not going to have the room. But that's okay. We'll go with the best of the best. Tight end looks awesome right now. Any bugs since the new update? Not that I've seen or heard about, which is kind of nice and shocking, isn't it? Hey, there's an update, and it didn't break anything? Neat. How novel. All right, let's see. Reorganizing the O-line. And what we'll be able to do... Let's double check what the update changed. It'll just be much easier to send you the link to the patch notes. Yeah, so the scheduling hasn't necessarily been fixed yet, which is unfortunate. Like, it can still glitch out if you try to remove a game from a week and then add one to a different week. So it's not perfect, but as far as I know, it's more of an issue of still what hasn't been addressed as opposed to what have they broken with this update, which so far from what I've seen hasn't been anything. But I could be wrong. That doesn't, because I haven't seen it, doesn't mean it's not necessarily perfect. Got my online Dynasty open bowling green today. Who would leave bowling? Started off their 2024 season with a kick return for a touchdown. Any edits to the schedule there? Really? See, that I hadn't heard about. That would be a bit of a problem, but it would also mean that my way of doing the scheduling means we're pretty much safe. We'll just end up with 2 random games and that's it. So all things considered, not that bad. At least for us. Wow, Cliff Finna, you are not good. You are not good. And then Cole Conrad. Alright, so really quickly. Can any of you guys... Shout out to Torres, what's going on? Can any of you guys catch a football? Like, legitimately catch a football. Not kind of, but just outright, without debate, catch a football. That guy's the defensive end. Can any of you guys tackle to where it would be better to play you as defenders? Nope. Okay. Duly noted. Left tackle, 93 and an 81. 92, 86, 84. Jesus. Jesus. Torres, I have seen it mentioned, but withholding thoughts for the moment. Probably going to have to move some of these guys, right? Guard plenty of people. Lots of seniors. Yeah, I mean, the good news is, though, that just means it'll be pretty easy for us to decide who we want to cut. So, if we move you to right guard, keep them there. Left guard. There's a lot of players to get rid of. A lot. What if we move Mojito, who was a beast at right guard last year? There he goes. 93, 83, 83, 79. The only other moves to make would be to move other people to center. Eat for that spot. I think Azukaka's fine. Let's move Mojito to center. Why not? Give him a chance to shine. Backups. Liquid IV will probably be a good enough backup. I think we're looking good there. So then defensively, let's see. Hurd, not yet. I am intrigued to see what simulation will look like this upcoming season. That is for sure. Okay, this is looking more consistent with what we've had over the past couple of years. So, MS-DOS. Move you to defensive end. He looks like a beast. Shakir, I'm going to move you. You defensive end. Let's move Tim Terrell. Timothy Terrell. And Logan Costanzo. Give us the ability to move Josiah backbreaker to linebacker. A lot of people to move. Worth my weight in gold. Could be unreal at linebacker. Ryan Danielson, world champ, who was insane last year, especially in the national title game. Remember, the Amaro might be able to go to safety this year. And then Terrence Bandy could also be a linebacker. That is nuts. Anton Torre might be trying to build you up as a safety. Marcus Roy, we might be trying to build you up as a safety. God damn. And Ty Doomerville, grandson of Elvis. Might be trying to build you up as a safety. At corner, everybody has at least 90 speed, which is nuts. That is nuts, except for these guys at the bottom. Heard you missed the worst stream to miss. What can we say? Avery Lloyd over free safety. So all these guys have at least 90 speed, which is great. Raekwon. Oh my god, dude, we have so many guys that have at least 90 speed for this defense right now. Oh, hell. This is beautiful. Marcus Merriman's just a beast out of the gates, and apparently he can play tight end. I might have to look at moving some of these guys over to the offensive side of the ball because we just might not have enough space. This is crazy. Holy hell. So remember the Amaro, you're going to be able to go back to linebacker because you're going to be too damn slow for the secondary at an 85 speed. Same for Doomerville. Maybe I'm just bad luck. That is also possible. Getting rid of you could have been getting rid of the Jinx. So if we have a bad night tonight, I hate to tell you, it doesn't bode well for you. Or does it, bro? Alright. That's okay there. Everybody is at least 86 to 89 speed. For the moment. But at corner, it's too many people. John Wilkes Lincoln, you're going to be going to linebacker. Honestly, anybody with 87 speed, including Dasamori, you're also going to linebacker. We're going to have so many players to cut. It's not even funny. This is going to be interesting to see how this plays out. That guy's going to go to linebacker. Do we even need anybody offensively, though? We don't need quarterbacks. We don't really need running backs. Definitely don't need more people in contention for wideout. Everybody there with at least 88 speed. Here, who absolutely sucks at man coverage. Bottom two aren't great. They'll probably get taken out anyway. But Greg Stockton. Move you over to safety. Move Marcus Merriman over to safety. And then, who just in general is much better at zone than man? Baseball caps. Absolutely getting moved over to safety. That guy is a beast. And then this dude here, Raekwon. Juan. Also going to safety. So our corner situation, before we even get to off-season development, looks awesome. We only have one senior in there. Safeties are looking pretty good. Raekwon need a little bit of development, but that's not the end of the world. What the hell are we going to do with linebacker? It's going to have to be anybody with at least like 85 speed. Anybody less than that is going to have to go to the D line. Which means these guys are going to defensive tackle. God, we are having to shift around our entire defense. But I do think it'll be for the best. But also we might end up with like way too much depth in other positions too. Let's see. This is why we might have to move the offensive side. I did not think we had this many players in the mix on this roster. Downloaded Torrance. You on the D line. I moved Jadarius to Scariest. Yes, I can. Mommy left Pape. Move you over. Spider-Man. Spider-Man. Plays whatever position that he can. Jefferson. Christ, maybe we should just put that guy back at quarterback. And then Terrence Bandy. Okay. So, strong safety is fine. Kicker, punter's good. Both those guys are seniors. Good there. Corner looks good. Linebacker. We do have to double check this for total depth. So John Wilkes and Lincoln would be in the middle. That leaves Amaro as the starter there, which is fine. Right side, who can play zone? Rick James Beach. You in the middle. Okay, our linebackers through this strategy definitely take a little bit of a hit. A little bit. But I think it's manageable overall. Defensive tackle looks good. Jesus Christ. Oh, the depth at defensive end is hilarious. I mean, I think the numbers make sense. I don't think we'll have to move anybody to offense. So anybody with 84 speed that can play zone. Jadarius Descarius, you are going back to middle linebacker. Congratulations. And then here, either of you two, can you play zone? You both can. Keenan Enkel's got a bit better man coverage, though. Keenan. They're also going to linebacker. It's a whole lot of defensive ends. Man. I mean, technically in gold, it's got the best zone coverage I'd want. But he could technically go to linebacker and we'd still be okay. Left side, Amaro's only going to get better. Middle linebacker's already too stacked. Oh, it's weeks away, but it's not even weeks away. It's a week away, which is kind of crazy. The video game release schedule is relentless. Absolutely relentless. Alright. One times potentially be the starter. Who is the best man out of this group? John Wilkes Lincoln. Wheels, I think so? I don't remember. Move Dasa Mori. Dasa could have his overall fucking skyrocket, too. Let's just move Shakir. Yes, Endo is correct. That's what it was. Ingold, Torrance, Shakir, Danielson, World Champ, Pape, Spider-Man, Josiah. Defensive tackle. Technically use one of the person over there. Left side, we at least have a backup. And the linebacker, we got the depth. Right side. Okay, so we can technically use a better secondary left side linebacker. And a better second choice DT. So it would make sense to move one of these two, if possible. And that's not too bad. And it would make sense somewhere here. Let's put a mommy left Pape at defensive tackle. And we'll move downloaded Torrance, that left outside linebacker spot. And I think we're good. And that is before off-season development. 2 quarterbacks already showing up as at least an 80. It's the best quarterback room we've ever had. Running backs, I mean, it's optimized, but the ratings don't look too impressive. Fullback situation, just certain people are going to get cut because the wideout situation is ridiculous. Tight ends, we have our 4. O-line. We got some players to cut. D-line, starter solid backups, starter solid backups. That's looking good. That's looking good. Good and good. Oh, we're good. Dude, this team is going to be gross. With the extra off-season XP we get, this team is going to be disgusting. In all the best ways. Also, we leveled up and got 10 coach coins. I might allow myself to spend those. Because, why not? We didn't get to spend them before. We didn't get to spend them before. Honestly, though, saving up for Program Builder might not be the worst thing in the world. That's just a hell of a lot of extra XP overall. Because otherwise, our kickers and punters aren't going to be drafted. Yeah, I don't think we have anything. Yeah, let's save up. Let's save up. So training camp results, we are showing up as an 86 overall team still. Sanders is a legitimate 85 for his senior year. Cracked the KC showing up as an 84. Chipmunks there. Awesome. Running backs. Looking good. Bill Cincinnati. Alaka Shabazz. Good 1-2 punch. Sherp at fullback. The wide. That's the best wideout core we've ever had. That is insane. More often than not, we've been lucky to have one guy show up as an 80. We currently have 6. Jesus. Tight end situation looks great. Left tackle's hilarious. Left guard is hilarious just because of the amount of depth. Also, the former fullback, Stephen A. Smith, has turned into a beast. Center's hilarious. Dude, Mojito might get cut. That's how ridiculous this is. Right guard looks really good. Right tackle's hilarious. Left end is hilarious. Right end is hilarious. Dude, the depth of this team. Defensive tackle looks fantastic. Left side linebacker's really solid. The middle, really solid. Right side's really solid. The corners looking great. We got it safety. Caps looks awesome. Raekwon. So that's kind of the one weakness is strong safety. But aside from that, we are absolutely loving life right now. This is hilarious.